All right, YouTube, hello, hello. We're just getting started. Should be popping up about right now. How's everybody doing? Kyle Rogers, what's up? Welcome in. We're just getting started first, like minute in. Give me 1 second. Let me share this out. How is everybody doing? Hit those likes in the comments. Every 1,000 likes, we do visit our dear friend Penelope. But happy Thursday. It is fucking Thursday. We are back. Ariana, hello. Chris, Aaron. Hi, Ariana. Priscilla, Ryan, what's up? How we doing? How we doing? How is everybody today? Put it in the comments. Don't be shy. Today was my first day back at my regular site at work, and whew, it was busy. It was busy, man. Trump is threatening to, I mean, he's been threatening that. I'm starting to take him more seriously now. But on top of that, we have, what's his fucking name? Billy Long. Billy Long, who has just been or will soon be appointed to be the ambassador of Iceland, is jokingly calling himself the governor of Iceland, calling it the 52nd state. So what the fuck? Howdy everybody. Ryan, glad you're doing good. If you do have a chance, Ryan, over on the tube that you use, just let me know. Oh, you're already there. Perfect. Sounding good over there, hopefully. Nothing's muted this time. Our voice is almost back. All just to lose it on Tuesday the 20th, where yes, I am participating in the walkout, as I encourage all of you to, as long as it does not endanger your chances of a job, because no one can afford to lose their job right now. Let's just be so fucking for real. Um, but put what you guys want to talk about in the comments. We'll get it going. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was actually talking to one of my mentors. Got a kind of a weird opportunity that I'm actually going to run by you guys too. So we're going to get a few more people in here, maybe at our first 1,000 likes. I'll share that opportunity with you guys as we visit Penelope. But until then, let me know what you want to talk about in the comments and we will get it going. We're going to go over here to ground news. Machado says she presented Trump with her Nobel Peace Prize. Well, thank you so much, DF25, for the heart me. Funny that she says that because the Nobel Committee actually just reaffirmed Trump did not win the Nobel Peace Prize. And first of all, like, who in the fuck, who in their right mind, guys, on YouTube and TikTok, who wants a second-hand Nobel? Ryan, thank you so much. But seriously, who wants a second-hand Nobel? That's sloppy seconds. You didn't fucking earn, like, what is the point? Are you that desperate? What is the fucking point? I don't get it. Ryan, thank you so much for the finger hearts. I appreciate you so, so, so much. And guys, if you are new here, welcome to Red, White, and WTF, where we're not a left versus right page. We are a power versus the people. If you are wondering my political beliefs, if you don't know them so far, they're pretty fucking normal. I think anyone should be able to do anything they want, as long as it does not harm or unalive anyone or anything, or impede on or take away the rights of others. I also share the belief that food, housing, education, and healthcare should be both affordable and accessible. So nothing fucking crazy, yet we're constantly labeled a radical leftist. Any thoughts about NATO kicking the states out? I think it's fucking it's our biggest national security threat in decades. Um, because strength, I talk about it all the time. Strength does not exist in isolation. In fact, if the 31 countries of NATO exclude the US and stay aligned, they outnumber us militarily 2-1. Now, that is their whole military force, of course, but you've got to think about they're already positioned quite well. Um, we don't have true allies to the north if NATO goes against us because Canada's part of NATO. We don't have allies to the south because we treat them like they're pieces of shit, even though they're not. So, where are we? Isolated. That's where strength does not thrive. We have nothing to offer if we leave NATO. It doesn't matter if we're the backbone behind NATO. They have so much support, they can last without us. And if you're listening, NATO's, real Americans with fucking brains know what's happening is wrong. We are asking for intervention from the crazy motherfucker making these decisions. Because it's not us. We do not fucking feel this way. And if you do, please go read a fucking history book. I beg you. We have everything in our country. People are dying to do business with us. Really, because Canada's like not selling our shit anymore. Mexico's about to do the same thing. We're about to be annexed from NATO. Like, what the fuck? We don't exist without other countries. I'm not saying we're a strong country, but without alliances, of which he is tarnishing every single one, we are nothing. Yeah, which book do you recommend? Absolutely. Easiest book ever to read. It's not even a full size book. I'll show you like the notebook I use. It's a little bit smaller, but not even a full size book. It's called On Tyranny by Timothy Snyder. This is a great, great starting point. This was actually written during Diaper Dawn's first term, I believe. And it gives historical examples of modern day happenings and what we need to do about it to not continue that. You can get it. You can honestly get it. I got mine on the TikTok shop. It was like $8. You can probably get it on Kindle and stuff, I'm sure. Maybe Audible. And it's literally 126 pages. I read it in a day. That's a great starting place. If you want to start anywhere, if you want real life examples to make this all make sense because so much is happening at one time, that is my go-to. But thank you guys for the follows, for the gifts so far. Jolena, I saw you sneak in. Welcome in, welcome in. Shout out to my mods as always. I love you all. And I'm trying to stay a little further back from the screen. I've been noticing, because I was going to clip some of my lives on YouTube, where we're dual streaming because we support both. I'll like lean into the comments. Thank you so much, Alchemist, for the follow. And then you don't see me on here, so you can't really clip that. So I'm trying to sit back if you guys see me looking over here. Explain what the fuck. LaDonna, it's called Red, White, and What the Fuck because I feel like every time you pull up any news article, whether you're right, left, center, international, if it's about the fucking United States, your first thought is literally, what the fuck? For example, Machado says she presented Trump with her Nobel Peace Prize. The president of our country, who claims he has, his words, not mine, put out 8 and a quarter wars, just accepted a secondhand Nobel Peace Prize. And the Nobel Committee came out and said, "We're not giving this to him. This isn't real." Um, so that's a what the fuck moment. Trump threatens to impose the Insurrection Act, send troops into Minneapolis. That makes me say, what the fuck? So that's what the fuck means. I wonder if people paid attention in history class or remember what NATO is. So I think this is kind of two routes, right? Um, One, we really have to look, especially like for millennials like myself, who started school in the late 90s, I graduated in 2011. Look who owned or had stakes in McGraw-Hill or partnered with McGraw-Hill, who are the main company that puts out school textbooks, meaning our history books and what goes in them. I think that'll answer a lot of questions because it's not necessarily, I think at this point, if you're my age, it is willful ignorance. But at the time that I was going through school, it was just ignorance. We weren't taught what we were supposed to be taught. History's been whitewashed. We've seen it time and time again, country after country. It's something that happens. The accurate history just is so fucking gruesome that it's not reported correctly. And it's whitewashed and it's forgotten. Right now, we live in a country where Germany, who we all know Germany's history, is saying, "Hey, America, you are in a dictatorship." I mean, takes one to know one, and they've been one. So do with that what you will. Ryan, you are spoiling me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, we are almost at 3K, which means I'm about to visit Penelope, and then I'm going to tell you about this random ass opportunity I got. I'm going to get your opinion on it and go from there. So give me 1 second. Well, right now, Ariana, I think we're Germany in the 1930s. I think the 2016 was like late 29 into early 1930, and now this term, full in the 30s, approaching the 40s. But this weird opportunity that I got, I wanted to get your guys' opinion. Do not ignore the role of Zionism. Well, I think the role of Zionism actually plays into the McGraw-Hill thing. I'm just going to spoil the ending for you. Look up Robert Maxwell, who is Ghislaine Maxwell. Yes, that Ghislaine Maxwell's father. Look in the early 90s, who had a lot of ownership in McGraw-Hill, in partnership with McGraw-Hill. But weird opportunity that I got. I had a message request and I just clicked on it. It said TMZ. I thought it was fake. until I looked and they have 5.8 million. So it was actually like verified TMZ. They like send me a thing and they do it to a lot of creators on here. It's not like a, oh, I'm famous type thing. Um, but they like are offering like a 10 to 30-second promo on just like whatever pop culture story. And I think I'm going to do it. I know it doesn't align with the brand, but it does get exposure out there. You guys know I'm soon shooting a documentary. Um, and like it's fun. It gets your face out there. What do you guys think? Should I do it? Should I pass? I just like at this point it's like we're days away from the end of the world. It feels like every single day. Why not? Why fucking not, right? And if you can be the way I like to be online on any type of like show, it's fucking TMZ, dude. Um all right, we'll do it. I'm getting my hair done on Tuesday before the walkout. So, it'll probably be after that. But if I do it and I go on there and I'm not completely embarrassed, I will definitely clip it and I will fill you guys in on it for sure. Thank you for the advice. I appreciate it. LaDonna, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And thank you all for the follows if I've missed you in the comments. Um, but yeah, kind of weird. Not what I expected, but just don't be for sale. Oh, this isn't about money. Alchemist, I've actually already I've talked to you guys about it because I feel like Tyler, thank you so much for the follow. I feel like this is a community on here, the Red, White, and WTF community, because I wouldn't be here without you. We are over 30,000 followers deep. Just hit 30.3 thousand, and I couldn't do it without you guys. With it's not just about the gifts. It's just about your time. My mods, I could literally would probably not have a page without you. So thank you for that. And so I always talk to my community about this before I do anything because I've gotten a lot of offers from left wing, weirdly enough, one right wing, and then a lot of independent media. But the thing is they want you to pick their stories, right? Like they give you a list and you pick from that. And I'm kind of doing that with TMZ, but it's literally about pop culture. So who really gives a shit? Um, not saying like pop, I just think in lieu of what's going on in the world, having an opinion on pop culture is like, sure, why not? Um, but yeah, no, I always like to get community intake because you guys have helped me build this brand and I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you. And with that, once we get to 5K, I'm going to visit Penelope again. We're going to have a good old time because fuck it. I mean, there's a literal like war zone in Minneapolis of all places. What's going on there is fucking crazy. They had to do CPR on a 6-month old because those fucking Blizzard Brigade tiny peen losers threw tear gas into the home. That's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. We are at 5K though, so give me 1 second and I'll be right back, guys. I will say I did something that I don't normally do earlier. You guys know I'm single as a Pringle and trying to be ready to mingle, but times are crazy, you know? But someone on Hinge was like, "Show me your TikTok." And normally I don't do that, but I was like, "Fuck it." I was at work, so of course a whole health coach was like, "Can I coach you in this?" Because I was like, "I don't know." We did it, so we'll see. Let pro-lifers talk about that. I mean, Jolena, we can say that with a lot of things. I mean, the president of the United States of America is actively threatening to withhold federal assistance to sanctuary states and to states with sanctuary cities. Now, most sanctuary states are donor states and they're blue states, meaning if you're a donor state, if you didn't know, that just means that we pay more in federal taxes than we receive in federal assistance. In California, I believe it's for every dollar we pay, we get about 76 cents back. In places like Alabama, Mississippi, for every dollar they pay, they get about $2 to $3 back. Um, so so they've actually been out there protesting, Tyler, especially down here in San Diego. Did I see your comment? No, I did not see your comment. Comment again as long as it's appropriate. But no, I do not see it. Sorry about that. Cody, apologies. Plant Happiness, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But actually, here in California, a peaceful protester was blinded in their left eye because authorities used what they refer to as a less lethal projectile, we'll say. Good. I want to see California going crazy. I love Cali. In LA, it's going crazy and they're not showing it. But we'll get to that in a second. But basically, the enforcement officer discharged his firearm with a less lethal projectile like 2 feet from someone's eye. 2 feet from someone's eye. What's good, B Money? Welcome in, welcome in. And then down here in downtown San Diego, there were some pretty big protests last week that I told you guys about in front of the federal building. And then the day after, they did Tuesday, Wednesday, the day after they found explosive ordnance near the federal building. So that's, I mean, unfortunately, and I'm just going to be really honest with you guys, I literally had to tell my boss, I was like, I took Tuesday off for the walkout because we are so stretched at work, they needed time in advance to know. I know it kind of defeats the purpose, but I'm still going to be out there supporting it. But I was like, hey, like, I promise you, I'm going to be here on Wednesday. We're going to get right back on track as long as I'm not in jail. And, we had to have a real conversation because the way things are being allowed to escalate right now, you have to accept that if you do go to a demonstration, which is your First Amendment right, and I'm not discouraging you to do such, there is a real probability now that you will either, you know, have tear gas thrown at you. You could be pew-pewed. You could lose your life. You could be arrested. We are seeing it time and time again. Ariana, I don't want to go to jail either. I very much believe in the way they protested Vietnam. If there's an agitator, you sit, you point. That's what I plan on doing. First and foremost, I'm getting some footage when I'm there. We're going to get the true story on the ground before I get actually participating, because I want you guys to be able to see it. You want the Insurrection Act put into place now. Why? Explain that, Wildcat. Uh-oh, we got some trolls in the comments saying ice, ice, baby. Well, I take my whiskey neat because fuck ice. Plain and simple. Plain and fucking simple. Thanks to my mods. I appreciate you guys so, so, so much. Couldn't do this without you, for muting that and allowing me to stay pretty much hands-free. How all of you liberals are out causing mayhem. You are a child. I'm 32 years old. But thank you for saying I look young. I appreciate that. I that's a weird thing to say. It's insane how all you liberals are out causing mayhem. Um, what? We're all out causing mayhem right now, but am I causing mayhem right now? Aggressive protesters don't play by the rules. So here's the thing. A lot of what we're seeing isn't aggressive protesting, it's agitators. It's agitators. I look like I'm 16 and I'm 27. I love that for you, Ariana. Absolutely. Say I look like a kid any day of the week. I will fucking take it because I feel like I've aged the past year like 17 years. You need to shut up. Why are you spamming? You need to shut up. Agitators are a problem though. Protesters are cool. Exactly. And that's why when you see an agitator, if you guys don't know what they used to do back in the 60s, if there was an agitator, and sometimes people you were there with surrounding you that are there for the same cause can be an agitator. And if you cannot check them, I don't want you to get involved. No, I want you to sit down, get every single person to sit down around you, point and stare, because that will shame them and they will stop. We have seen it time and time again. I saw it at the last Snow King's Day. They don't like women when women talk. That's why they tell us to shut up. I mean, that's so true, but like, you can tell me to shut the fuck up all day and I'm going to keep yapping. I'm going to keep yapping, plain and simple. Guys, we are approaching 10K fast. At 10K, I will visit Penelope again. If you guys haven't hit follow yet, please do. We get on here almost every night around the same time. But if you follow me, I always put my story normally an hour before I go live, so we have some time. Becky, thank you so, so much for the follow. Problem is, left and right are so far apart, we don't see things in the same manner. The problem is, because I'm not disagreeing, right? But the problem is, we live in a time where everything is so divisive. Follow just for the yapping. Thank you so much. Where everything is so divisive. And on here, that's why I can say, guess what? I encourage people on the right to say fuck ICE. Because what they're doing right now is not okay and it's affecting American citizens. It doesn't matter who you voted for. We fucking seen that. It's affecting everyone. Donald Trump threatening to pull federal funding while making us pay federal taxes, by the way, which is textbook definition of taxation without representation, which is unconstitutional. Um, like this affects everyone. Everyone. And it's not really about being right or wrong. It's about just connecting to your fucking human self again because we are all human at the end of the day. And we are dealing with this paramilitary, tiny peen, just fucking punk ass motherfuckers who are angry about things that have happened in their life because they didn't get hugged enough as a kid and they want to take it out on people trying to protect other humans. Plain and simple. That's not a political view. That is a personal and moral opinion. Because my political views are this: I think anyone should be able to do whatever the fuck they want, as long as it does not harm or unalive anyone or anything, or impede on or take away the rights of others. I also think that food, housing, education, and healthcare should be affordable and accessible. Notice I didn't say anything about, oh, we should have open borders. I didn't say anything about free handouts, about working 5 hours a week and living in mansions. No, I just think if you have a job, especially if you have to have multiple jobs, you should be able to live comfortably and not fear unexpected expenses. I think you should not have to worry that you won't be able to afford health care. And I think if you're going to make health care a legal fucking requirement, it needs to be fucking affordable because how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you charge us an arm and a fucking leg that you know we can't afford, but make it a legal obligation to have? What in the actual fuck? How does that make sense? And both sides are allowing this to happen. Both sides are funded by super PACs, bought and fucking paid for, sponsored. They might as well wear a fucking jersey with all their sponsors because they vote for them, not the American people. We need term limits for everybody. No more lifelong appointments. Oh, and Supreme Court, you all need to be primaried because if you are going to be the court with no oversight, the top of the chart, the people need to fucking elect you. And I'm not talking about the fucking electoral college. I mean individual motherfucking votes. I think the number of appointments a president has, as in the number of people he appoints, needs to be limited on both sides because it's far too fucking many. Because the assholes we're seeing right now, nobody fucking voted for. Not one fucking person. Celine, thank you so much for the follow. But that's just my point of view. And guys, we have surpassed 10K now, so I'm going to go visit our dear friend Penelope, and I'll be right back. But the craziest part of it all is they're still going to say that I'm a radical leftist when I just said, fuck left politics. Fuck corporate Democrats specifically, because you have ruined this party. Ruined it and pushed it so far away from what it's supposed to be. I don't even know how I fucking identify anymore as a voter. I'm not saying I would ever vote for that fucking asshole in office now, because I wouldn't and haven't, thank God. But, like, I can't call myself a Democrat with the Democrats behaving the way they do in office right now. What is wrong? Is something wrong with Gatorade? Why does everyone always bring it up that I drink Gatorade? I have POTS. I need electrolytes. I know it's a lot of sugar, but I like sweet drinks. Everyone hates Gatorade. Is there something wrong with it? Okay, please do because I always catch shit for it. I'll have sodas on here. I'll have bevies. I have a fucking sports drink that I know isn't the best for you health wise. I get it. But again, I have POTS. I need electrolytes. I prefer it in this form. Bring you up. I don't bring up guests during the week. Especially when I'm being picked on about Gatorade. I'm sorry, dude, but like that's just kind of a weird thing. I like blue cherry Gatorade. Well, it's like sponsored as a sports drink because of the electrolytes. Because when you sweat, you need additional electrolytes. Me, I exist and I need additional electrolytes because my body just chose to fucking have hyperadrenergic POTS. So, yeah. Real fun time. Real fun time. But, guys, we got 31 more minutes. We're almost. Why is it called Gatorade? I don't fucking know. No clue. Marketing. Who knows? Oh, we got somebody named Certified Troll in here. Certified Troll, if you stay in here, I got a real question. What makes people want to get online and troll? And I'm not picking on you. That's an honest question because I have seen like the weirdest shit and I'm like, this is what you guys do? Like, do you actually get joy from it if you are still in here if you didn't run away? Real question. I'm not like picking on you or anything like that. I've just never understood trolls at all. Like literally, I'll go to do something on someone's comment. It's after the Florida Gators. Cool. All right. Give me 2 minutes. I can't. I got to keep a standard. You guys know I keep a set standard across the board. Um, just it's it's hard to keep a page in good standing, especially when you're dual living. Um, so yeah, this is what my mods have decided. I trust my mods. I trust my frequent guests. But we dropped down in numbers, guys. So we got to get to talking about something salacious. So hit me in the comments. Let me know what to talk about, and then we'll get it going. We will get it going. Um, I will say, if you guys have seen the federal officer pew pews someone in the leg after being, um, I'll just say it, whatever, attacked. Have you guys seen the video? The officer pew pewed into a home with 2 kids. Uh, Ex-father-in-law to Renee Good says he doesn't blame ICE for her. What? Such a weird thing to say. How do I feel about Greenland? I think we need to leave Greenland the fuck alone. Because guess what? Greenland is already part of NATO. So maybe if we weren't fucking assholes to Greenland and had real expectations about allyship, we would be fucking fine. We don't need Greenland as a 51st state. Because if we attack a NATO member, that is an attack on all, per their section or per their Article 4. You attack one of them, you attack all of them. We would simultaneously be annexing ourselves from NATO and putting ourselves at odds with the rest of NATO, which is 31 countries. It's fucking crazy. What's going in Iran? What is happening there is so fucking terrifying. And it makes me sick that the president wants to use their protesters as an example and wants to go save them when we know that's not actually what he really wants. Because if he did, he would be fighting for the protesters here in the US. He would be fighting for people like Renee Good, for people like Keith Porter. He's just taking advantage of a situation and he's exploiting it, which is what he does best. Um, but the fact that they haven't had electricity, they haven't had internet, for days. Almost, I think it's been almost a full week now, right? Amanda, thank you so much for the heart me. And Emma Rise, thank you for the follow. Pardon me, sorry. Um, the fact that they haven't had that in almost a fucking week, I want each and every, all 14 of you in here to realize we are days away from the possibility of that happening. In fact, does anyone know? I haven't looked it up today. Is Verizon back up? Because all day yesterday it was down and they didn't really give a good explanation of why. Let me know if you use Verizon, and if it's back up. Let's see. They called it a software issue, and this was updated 3 hours ago. So it was out for 10 hours. 10 hours. That's fucking crazy. And I'm sorry, but I'm not claiming anything definitely happened. But using pattern recognition, especially with what's going on in Iran right now, and them not saying it was like giving a reason for 10 hours and then calling it a software issue, low key sounds like a deliberate cyber attack, possibly by international or domestic people. It doesn't sound, it sounds like a test almost, like to see how it would go. Because it's not just individual users that use that. That's government contractor phones. That's a lot of motherfuckers that use that's a tier 1 network, you know? Hey, while you and your MAGA friends play fight, I'm not MAGA. Do you This literally says fuck ICE. The fuck are you talking about? I've literally been talking about exactly what you're bringing up. So why are you like coming into this live hot like that? Before even just listen, bro. Listen. It's not that hard. Um, you didn't even spell 4. correctly, Billy J, but welcome back. And no, I've never once advocated for open borders. However, I have pointed out that our immigration system is deeply fucking flawed. Deeply flawed. And in fact, am I a Democrat? I don't, guys, I literally just said all of this, but I'll say it again. I don't know where I stand right now because I don't fucking trust any politician in office right now because they're allowing all this shit to happen. Silence is complicity. That makes them just as fucking guilty. Nobody that is elected right now, that is bought and paid for by super PACs, is voting for the American people. And the same PACs, APAC, fucking, I sound like, wow. Welcome to independence of thought. Independence of thought, absolutely. But am I an independent? I don't know. You know? Like if APAC, who put out, by the way, weirdly enough, an America First ad where they said we fund the Republicans and the Democrats for them to vote for pro Israel policies. They said it in the fucking ad, right? If they're both voting for pro Israel policies, they're not voting for us. Corruption does exist. You can't run from it, but you can start to regulate it and hold people accountable. Like the silence about what's going on in Minnesota right now is deafening from our elected officials. Yes, some are speaking out, but not near enough. I need to see more people in that fucking state. It's way beyond left right. This is a morality evil. Good versus evil. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why, Sally, I'm really, really trying to, it's not popping up to approve it. God, it's not popping up, Sally, but Sally says this is beyond left versus right. This is a morality issue, good versus evil. To that, I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. I mean, what about that pastor that they detained? They held a pew pew in his face. They kept asking him repeatedly, "Are you scared yet? Are you scared yet?" He kept saying no. They finally released him because they detained him for no reason and said, you're white. You wouldn't have been fun anyway. What? I hope you all stay safe. We are horrified in the rest of the world. Sally, what part, why isn't it? It's literally, Ryan, if it'll let you approve it, do you mind? But Sally says, I hope you are all safe. We are horrified in the rest of the world. Sally, can you please tell us what part of the world you're in? Because here in the US, we are terrified. We're absolutely terrified. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate you so much. Um, guys, we're at 15. Might as well visit Penelope real quick. We have a little over, well, we've got 23 minutes. Why didn't I just give that number? We got 23 minutes left. So whatever you guys want to talk about, put it in the chats as long as is. What's up, Mama Michelle? Welcome in. Freedom isn't free. You're absolutely right. Terrified of what? The fact that they're literally saying at Senate testimonies, um, that if you comply, you won't DIE, meaning comply or DIE. That's not very freedom. Just saying. Keep your heads on a swivel. Absolutely natural mystic. Thank you. You as well. I'm in the UK. We see a lot that apparently you don't. Yeah, dude. I made a video yesterday and for like the first 2 hours, a lot of people couldn't even hear my voice. They censored it. Plain and simple. And it's just, do I believe in the sovereignty of Greenland? Absolutely, I do. I think we need to leave NATO nations the fuck alone. We're supposed to be allies. Why are we trying to overtake them? Same with Canada. Same now with Iceland because Billy Long, who is going to be appointed the ambassador to Iceland, is calling himself the governor of Iceland. Just don't do anything stupid and you will be okay. Well, George, I'm actually proof that that's not necessarily the case. In 2020, they made us all get on our hands and feet, lay on our faces. There was one person in the back that threw an empty water bottle in the back, didn't get anywhere near any law enforcement. And they used less than lethal projectiles. They used pepper balls. They used tear gas. Don't even need boots on the ground. It can be done financially. It absolutely, Sally, I don't like it, won't even let me approve your comments, Sally. But no, it absolutely can be done financially. But even if it is done with boots on the ground, which many countries have already deployed boots on the ground in Greenland because of these threats. Um, Geographically, they're already at a huge advantage, and with 31 countries versus the US, they their military outnumbers us 2 to 1. Spelled correctly takes you to DHS. Yeah, absolutely, Mama Show. Um, I saw a story on here where someone recently in Minnesota had been detained and he was taken to a park called USC, which means US citizens. How about staying home and quit acting like children? No one's acting like children except people that are pretending and living in a dream world that this shit isn't fucking happening. That's who's acting like fucking children because you're at playtime. Because this is real shit. People are losing their fucking lives. Families are being separated. People are being harmed every fucking day, and now they're being told they have absolute immunity. That means people are above the law, which is not supposed to exist in this country. People are protesting peacefully. There was a peaceful protester who was literally just blinded here in my state in California because they used a less than lethal projectile 2 feet from his fucking eye. Absolutely fucking ridiculous, some of this is. It's heartbreaking. Sally, it's not, I don't know why it's not letting me, but I'm going to still read them. Sally Cinnamon 76 says it's heartbreaking for the majority of US citizens who are decent. This is terrifying. That's what's so frustrating is that media makes it look so divisive, and then you have these bots and these fucking trolls on here. And they make it look so divided and like they're the minority, but they're the loud, or that they're the majority. They're the loud minority. We have to be the louder majority. Boom. Exactly. How can a 6-month-old not be peaceful? They also is that the 6-month-old that they had to do CPR to revive because of that? Lady, you're not in a Marvel movie. We got to do some stuff real quick. What? What the hell? What? What is this person saying? Can someone explain that? I'm not getting it. I'm not fucking getting it. No one's saying we're in a Marvel movie, but if we were in a Marvel movie, maybe go fucking watch a Marvel movie or watch Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or Harry Potter. Fucking hold on, guys. I hold on. Shit, something happened at my work. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Why is this not popping up? Um, I'm worried. Anyways, back to it, back to it. Um, this is the people that think this isn't happening. I genuinely, I just don't fucking get it. I really don't fucking get it. Because how can you still believe that? It's in our fucking faces. It's in our fucking faces. And have I said, oh, go charge at officers? This isn't a Marvel movie, but deporting people is literally Voldemort. And I'm I'm not understanding your point right now. Um, oh God, I've got like a lot of missed messages. Shit. Anyways, we're here. We're here. We're gonna pay attention. How can they deny their own eyes? I know media is censored, but everyone has seen the videos. I've showed the videos on here with pictures and like it's drawn out. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, Sally Cinnamon, but they're saying that the Jonathan Ross, the asshole that murdered a woman, um, that he has internal bleeding. Let's disprove this really quick. Well, one, we have eyes. We've seen the video. He didn't get hit. Two, even if he got nicked, the internal bleeding they're talking about, come on. That's a bruise. It's a hematoma. Because this is how you can prove it. They have records of his hospital stay. It was about 9 hours. If you have, and I have my degrees up here to prove it, if you have internal bleeding, you cannot leave the hospital for a minimum of 24 hours. Yet he was discharged after 9 and walked himself to the car while calling a woman that he just unalived a fucking bitch. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It's giving ear. If you know, you know. I just, ugh, I don't get it. It shouldn't even be an argument. Exactly. Like when physicians are coming on here and disproving this, when journalists, when everyday people have the fucking video. I've had to explain this already. If you've seen it and you don't know what I'm talking about, the video is not from a body cam. First of all, that is his cell phone. He was holding his cell phone initially in his right hand. You can see by the way he moves around the car, by the way it turns and where the camera, how the camera gets there before the rest of his body. You can see that. You then see, once he gets to the passenger side of the door or the car, he switches hands. Now, why would he switch hands? Probably because he's right handed. And what was holstered on his side, meaning he was already premeditated in position. Um, then he goes around, positions himself in front of a car, or where he can easily place himself in front of a car, rather. And we see the phone tumble. Now, everyone's saying, oh, that's where he got hit. No, that's because he was letting his phone drop to then place his other hand on his firearm. I wish I could just pop champagne. I'm waiting for the day. If you know, you know. You know what? I encourage us all, whatever you participate in, even if it's nothing, even if it's a candy you like, buy that candy and just put it away for the day. That exactly, 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 everyone. I'm glad we can all see the same fucking picture because at times it makes me feel like I'm insane. You happy about the market up 50,000? I'm not happy about people being murdered in the streets every day, and money doesn't mean enough to me over people's lives. Con, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you so, so, so much. It's just, but if you guys are participating in any demonstrations, again, that is your choice. It is a free country. Especially I'm gonna be at the one on the 20th. It's true. It's true. Sally Cinnamon, I'm gonna get to that in just a second. That's how we'll finish off probably. We played a little bit of it, obviously acceptable bits and pieces for guidelines. But Con, thank you for the heart me as well. Um, damn, I forgot what. Oh, if you go out to these demonstrations, please, if you want some tips, singing psychologically is more effective. Sing. I love the chants. Sing. It's more moving, it's more emotional. Psychologically, it will fuck with them more. Also, don't say, oh, you're a bad person. If you're going to yell some shit, read those people to filth. Those squirrel ass having mustaches, those tiny peen, low teen dickheads. Read them to filth. Embarrass them. Because guess what? Verbal speech, still a protected First Amendment right. Still is, for now. So is the right to assemble. Notice I didn't say throw anything at them. I didn't say engage in violence. Just to let your voice be heard and make it meaningful. Like what? Profanity with purpose, which is what we practice here at Red, White, and WTF. And with that, profanity with purpose, I would like to, with my whole heart, say, fuck ICE. Exactly, Ryan. Tiny peen team. Blocking, I think you mean blocking the roads is not peaceful. If you're referring to Renee Good, she was literally, you see in the video, one of the three that were released. Um, she waved, an ICE agent actually went around her. She let him go. And then Jonathan Ross got out of the car when he had plenty of space to go around her, and said, get the fuck out of the fucking car. That's a masked man who's unidentified in an unmarked vehicle yelling at me. I'm going to try to drive away too. Plain and simple. Guys, we are almost at 20K. Holy cow. But about Sasha Riley. Yeah, we have talked about Sasha Riley on my live before. Um, it it literally, and I always give a huge trigger warning because even fucking thinking about it right now, I just have a reaction. Um, but it's I told you guys a couple months ago, I made a video on it. And I told you on live that when these files start to come out, there are going to be things that our deepest, darkest imagination could never imagine. And I proved myself right because what the fuck? Yeah, he put his arm in the car too. Yeah, I'm still listening to bits and pieces of it. I have to do it at times for mental well being. Scott, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. But what happened to Sasha? And apparently, Sasha has been on social media for years advocating for this and is only now having the story told. But if 1% of what he says, 1% of what he says is true, and I'm saying if because we have to say allegedly and if and speculatively on TikTok per guidelines. But if 1% is true, and if you know, you know, hell is real and that's where they're going. Sweetheart, I don't I don't know if I want to answer that. I can't listen to it, but still the worst thing I've ever heard. And I was a crime journalist. Holy shit. Yeah, if you have any trauma with pets, with humans, with violence, with um certain I'm trying to what's the right way to say this? I'm just gonna spell it SNUFF films. Um Basically if you want to fucking know this much of Sasha Riley's story, watch 8 millimeter with Christopher Cage. Nicholas Cage. Christopher Cage, what the fuck? Sorry. One of my books has Christopher on it right here. Um but yeah, like that's like this much. And that movie made me want to literally throw up. And the fact is that we don't we don't just have to believe survivors. We have to protect survivors and hold the perpetrators accountable. That is the only way we will achieve change. People can listen to it for themselves. Keep your account safe. Yeah, so I was just like jumping around. Obviously, like once we heard some names, I played him saying that he wasn't going to mention anyone unless he was 100% sure it happened because with trauma, memories blend, times shift, things alter as a form of protection. We know this has been proven. And so if 1%, but a huge trigger warning. Ryan, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you guys. Um, but yeah, thank you for the live today. It was been pretty good. I know we didn't have super high numbers for that long, but that's okay. We like these conversations just as well. Um, Thank you to my mods. Thank you to the new followers. I'm glad to have you here. But we just hit 20. So you know what that means. He told the story in Facebook years ago. Jesus. And just like no one, that's crazy. Apparently, the timeline cross references check out with the file documents. Oh, absolutely. I love the conversations we have. I do as well. Well, we have a snake, and his name is Trump. Well, the thing is like everyone's like, oh, we got to get rid of Trump. No, we have to get rid of them all because Vance is more dangerous. Why? Well, that motherfucker will change for money, and he's proved it time and time again. Um, why he's more dangerous than the orange convict in the Oval Office is because he's got a while to live. He's got a while to live. It's gonna be a little bit like biology is kind of helping us out day by day with the orange fucking office. That's just facts. We see it all the time. Now, there's now been a leaked report came out that he actually had a stroke back in 2025. I don't know if that's true or not. It's alleged. Um, but I can definitely see signs of it and dementia. But I digress. But with JD Vance, like you still have Rubio who can be bought and sold. You still have that schnauzy Stephen Miller, and it's just not okay. He won't last the year. Sally, I don't know if you guys have seen those like at the start of the year and end of the years, they do like these little predictions. The shamans do. I don't want to say little predictions, that's like downplaying it, but the shamans make predictions about the year. And one's already come true, and it was about Maduro in Venezuela. That happened 3 days into the year. They also said that someone was gonna fall sick. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Times are hard, guys. They're trying to take our rights, our freedoms, our autonomy. But what I want us all to remember is that in 2026, they're not going to take our happiness or our fucking joy. They do not get access to that. And so every day I challenge you, find for 1 week, find one positive thing in your day. One positive thing. Think about that positive thing before you go to sleep. Do that for a week. The next week, try two. You are then training your brain to recognize more positivity than negativity because all we see right now is just chaos, bad news, division, violence. That's all we see, and it registers in our brain. So we got to start doing the opposite. And happiness and joy may seem like it's non existent, it's still there. It's harder to find, but it is still there. So please, once we get off tonight, we still got 5 minutes on here, guys. Do something kind for yourself. And that can be anything. It can be self care. Maybe you go get yourself a little sweet treat. Maybe you visit your own Penelope. Maybe you do some housework you've been meaning to do because it's going to make you more relaxed once you do it. But yeah. Sally Cinnamon says, "I need my social media to be full of people falling over again. I miss those days." Dude, I love a good slip and fall. But what I love more than that is pranks. I miss prank talk. Like, oh, they're so funny. I miss pranks. I'll probably look that up after this, actually. But I do want to thank you guys again. Did I visit Penelope? I don't think I did. I think I skipped over it. And if I didn't, let's do it again. So I guess we have decided I'm gonna weirdly do the TMZ thing. So that's cool. I guess it's a good way to get out there. Maybe I can get some cool collabs. Easy. Well, it's a bill that's been signed into law. The one big beautiful bill. There you go. May whatever you believe in be with us all. May we all just manifest the most positivity in whatever way, whether that be just morally existing, doing kind things, whether that be, worshiping your religion as long as it advocates for everyone and not white people only. Well, I've got to go. It's 2 a.m. Nice talking to a rational American tonight, though. Sally Cinnamon, I hope to see you soon. I'm sorry it keeps censoring you, but I'm always going to read out your comments as I see them. I hope to see you next time. Have a great night and get some rest. Ingrid, what's up? Welcome in. Um, yeah, no, I may kindness spread absolutely. Because here's the thing, guys. I'm never gonna tell anyone, oh, you can't be religious. What I will say is I don't believe that your personal religious belief should affect someone's bodily autonomy or freedoms. And I think those are fair assumptions. I mean, this country was founded on separation of church and state. It's not a radical thought. That's just one, social awareness, inclusion, obedience of the Constitution, specifically the First Amendment, which is freedom of religion, meaning you don't have to worship either. And your body shouldn't have to, like, imagine if, you know, this was any other religion, right? And they were trying to put laws on our body. It would be a totally different story. Everything is radical now. Yeah, no, they think everything is radical, dude. And it's just, you'll say the most rational shit. Rational to a way where I catch shit for being so rational and not mad enough at times. Um, and it's just like, bro, like you can't get much more rational than that. And you're like, you're a fucking crazy liberal leftist. And it's like, no, I'm I don't know where the fuck I am because I think politicians have betrayed this country. Tiny Peen Team equals MAGA. It does. It does. You guys see what's that girl's name? Is it Riley Green? Is that the fake Olympian? I think she was like a swimmer or something that it was in collegiate sports, by the way. They call her an Olympian. It was fucking college sports. She competed against someone who was Trans. Riley Gaines. Gaines. There it is. Thank you. And her backstory is she competed in a collegiate like swim meet or some shit. And um against a Trans person. They both got fifth place, and she said it was unfair because like of I guess even though when you introduce estrogen into the body it slows it down, but I digress. Uh she said it was an unfair advantage, but like even if that person hadn't participated against her, Leah Thomas, if she wouldn't have participated against her, she would have still got fifth fucking place. She's and like now she has a national fucking platform and it's nuts. But today she was talking about how she was watching Dr. Oz say that Diaper Dawn has the highest T level of any 70-year-old he's ever met. I thought, isn't he like 80 now? Or like 79 or something? He's like he's not in his 70s. He's like at the tail end. You know what I'm saying? Um, I know, and it's Dr. Oz too. It's like that's just like when Dr. Phil detained someone with ice. That shit, like, what the fuck are you doing? Fake ass motherfucker. I don't get it. I don't get it. But guys, it is 6 o'clock. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna stay on till 25,000. We are almost there, less than 1,500 to go. I'm gonna close out after I visit our dear friend Penelope, and then 79. Okay, so yeah. So this year he'll be fucking 80. He is the oldest elected president, by the way. Um, so just saying, they're all about Sleepy Joe Biden, you know. Mr. Marty, hello, hello. Thank you for the heart me. Oh, we just hit our hour, guys. Sorry, we got to do the puzzle. It's so dumb it makes you do that shit. It's like, what in the actual fuck? Guys, we are almost 1,000 away from the goal. Um, Now probably a little less, but keep tapping that screen. And if your finger gets tired and you haven't hit follow already, please do. We are going 30 strong. We are less than a year in. March 10th will be our not only my birthday, our year anniversary of Red, White, and WTF. And if everything goes according to plan, we will be releasing the first episode of the docu-series, which now, because I did get sick and I just need to know my limitations a little bit more, it's just going to be San Diego and Utah. But we have an angle. It's good. There's big things happening. We're going to film on the 20th and get a lot of footage, a lot of good interviews. But also follow me here on the tube that use, because if you ever miss a live and you want to see what we talked about and you want to see me fucking lose my shit on trolls or just drop some regular rational knowledge that I hope everyone can gather, you can always go watch it back. But it's up to you. I don't force anyone to do anything. But by the way, guys, we just reached 25,000. So give me 1 second. Thank you all so much for your time, your conversation, your likes, your follows, your gifts. I appreciate you all so much. Special shout out to my mods and all my new followers tonight. I appreciate you guys so, so much. This wouldn't be what it is without you. Like, we're still a small creator group, but we're going on TMZ, so fuck it. Um, it's not really my brand, but I wouldn't have this opportunity to say yes or no without you guys. Um, But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And 9 times out of 10, I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Use it as a positive. I'm trying to use it as a positive. I just have to make sure it works with my work schedule because I can't like take a day of PTO just to like sit around and do a 30-second interview with TMZ. But you guys have a great night. I'm so thankful for you. Find joy. And if you want your voice heard, please be safe as you do it. I know TMZ's, it's about pop culture. They're doing like, they're trying to hype up small creators, aka get free work out of us, but still just a chance to get the name and my face out there. There we go. But you guys have a great night. Goodbye. All right, YouTube, that is it for us as well. Thanks for hanging out tonight, Ryan. As always, thanks for staying on here. I appreciate you all. If you are watching this after the fact, this is Thursday, January 15th, for dates in reference. But have a great night. Bye, guys. Well, if it ever ends, there we go.